Hi, hello ASEAN. Welcome to Let's Talk ASEAN. This is a podcast by the Malaysian Youth for the ASEAN Youth, brought to you by the Malaysian Youth Council and made possible by the Ministry Youth and Sports. Today we are going to talk about the unemployment among the youth. So for Laos, it is 2.18%. With these verifying figures, it is tell us how each ASEAN country is creating a new job, maintaining the new job, and the job market for each countries. So with us today is a special guest from Laos, Miss Philaiphone. Is a founder and the CEO of the Solvers Laos Sol Company Limited, also the executive vice president of Young Entrepreneur Association of Laos. Welcome to the Malaysia.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here, and especially this is ASEAN, chairmanship of Malaysia, and it's been a while that I haven't visited Malaysia, so it's such a good timing.
Okay, thank you. And then I would like to ask, I'm representing youth. We are currently admiring every young entrepreneur to guide us through the age, young our youth. May I know what you do for a living, Miss?
Right now, I run a consultancy firm. So we do a business development consultancy firm, helping the company standardize their internal business processes. And also, I provide a consultancy like project survey, design, and evaluation for like international development agency. For example, the World Bank, UNDP, as such.
This is such a great job. And then we are youth very admire the young entrepreneur, and they would like to know how you go through your youth age to do until they reach your career.
It wasn't a smooth journey because every youth has their own story to tell. Mine is like come from a really large family, a family of 12 kids, like siblings. So we have to think who will get my moms and my father will always encourage us to get higher education. To get a higher education, we have to strive on our own. So I have to go on and find a scholarship to study, to just develop myself in terms of educations obtained abroad. Education abroad. For example, I took an exam for compete for competition of the scholarship to Australia, and I graduated as a honor of telecommunications engineering. And I returned home and I worked for the telco company as the intelligent network manager. And I was the only woman
The only woman.
Yeah, the only woman in the technical department. And it's very, you can imagine like back in a time, women in engineer are very rare. So it's a bit
Correct.
struggling to really get acceptance. So you have to work like 10 times harder than, other people who get it easier than you. And you have to strive harder. And then after that, I moved to work at the World Bank. And then as the Swiss Agency for Development and Cooperation. And then I know that, okay, I think it's time for me to run my own consultancy firm because I cultivated and gain a lot of experiences. So I decided to come out and establish my own company. But then again, there's private sector that asked me to help them with Laos stock market exchange. So I'm helping. Before I established my own company, I helped one of the company, the construction company, listed in the stock market. I was a CEO of that company. Then I left the company after they listed and all that, and then decided to continue my dream as establishing the consultancy firm.
So as a youth, we are actually kind of impressive about your youth journey until to reach this level. So we have a few questions to let the youth know what's back to our topics, unemployment in your country.
Yes.
So, okay, Miss Philaiphone, we are I'm very fascinated by Laos employment rates by the global record 2.8%. What are the causes of the unemployment in Laos?
Well, right now, I think because of the economic downturn as well right now, and also the post-COVID effects. So the unemployment rate is kind of higher than the one published in, officially right now, because the data might not be updated until now. But I can tell you that youth unemployment in Laos is also an issue. And it's unfortunate, or maybe coincide, because you know what I do? I actually establish job center. So I have job center that help unemployment youth in my country. So I provide free job services, job matching, and like training on soft skills and interview skills and CV writing skills.
So means that this is the house census job in Laos, correct?
Yeah, it's because in Laos it's one of its kind. We don't really have the job center, or we do have job center belong to the government, but the standalone entity for the career guidance, not very not nationwide integrated into the education institute. So what I do is just trying to build a model
But
of the
organizations.
career counseling model for the government, so that unemployed youth right now, they can come in and use the services. And as back to your questions on unemployment youth right now, because Laos also have because of the high rate of unemployed among youth, I think it's about 18.2% based on the survey of Ministry of Labor, Social Welfare and Labor. That also caused quite a lot of youth that migrated or become a migrant worker in the neighboring country.
So that's just very fairness stated me as well. So may I know, in term of them going to overseas, right, out there from country, so which sector is Laotian the most work for?
I think it's manufacturing and agriculture sectors that they became
They apply for it.
migrant workers. Yeah.
Okay. So do they have some of inspiration to work in other ASEAN countries as well, or they just go travel and stay in the countries, work for long term and change to other countries, or like that?
I think they're mostly because we have a country, like for example, Korea, Japan, Thailand. We have an MOU signed together with the G2G, the government to government. So they are more protected, and they are prone to go into this country rather than moving like in the nomadic kind of
Correct.
movements. They're more like fixed into one place.
So means that they are all the employee by Laotian go to overseas, right? They are going by MOU, correct? By the MOU.
Yes. Because our government also need to ensure that they are safe. They are safe for migrated for works, like migrant worker need to be safe, need to be protected. So the government is trying to ensure that they are well informed and well assisted before they leave the country to work, and on the reintegration into the local economy when they return back to the country as well.
Okay, I think that's answer is very general and very kind of the facts of if the Laotian out from country and then work for others country, ASEAN country, right? So basically they will choose the ASEAN country, or depends on.
I think the majority went to Thailand because of the language. So Lao and Thai, like Lao can speak
Almost
Thai,
similar.
right? So it's similarity of the language. So language barrier is not there. So that's why they choose and prefer to go to Thailand to work rather than other country where they use other language. Like English and other,
Okay, so I have a from on your perspective. So this is do you think that the freedom of mobility among ASEAN country will help the unemployment rates among the ASEAN country? The freedom of mobility.
The freedom of free flow of labor, you mean?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. I think it's getting more and more, regionalized now. I think it's well acceptance for, many labor force in our country to go into other ASEAN country, and likewise incoming migrant worker as well that coming to Laos are also very welcome, and we have a variety of ASEAN's migrant workers that work in Laos, for example, from Thailand, from the Philippines, from Vietnam. So, and now we have a lot in Myanmar as well, like from Myanmar.
Okay, I will see. Okay, and then I would like to know if there are any challenges to bring about the freedom of mobility among the ASEAN countries.
I think the challenges lie with the protection, labor protections, the security or the insurance that they have, because it's some sort of the risk that you have to take. But if the system are well integrated, like, e-government are linked together, you can track down the migrant workers and you can assist them better. But the system in our region, in ASEAN region, are not well integrated yet. We are not become one large, system. So the migrant worker are not 100%. Like, for example, if there are 1 million migrant workers, I mean, less than half will be well protected, and we leave a large percentage of people who left unprotected, and also, lack of access to information and where to seek help.
See the help. Okay.
So that's why they easily exploited by the employer who are not, willing to provide legal assistance or social protection for them.
For about the 15 age, about the youth age. Yeah.
So 15 years of age, they can start working as a part-time already, but not full-time job. But they can start legally working as part-time workers. For the full-time worker, will be 18 years and above. Yeah.
So for in the 15 years old, so some of companies, some of the small restaurants, small shop.
That's right. Like the micro and small businesses. Will be able to hire a part-time workers.
So
raw skill labor, like that. If they are 15 to 17, right?
Yes.
At
so
18, they can work full-time.
I see. So in terms of education in the age of 15, so is that any terms and condition for them to work as the age of 15?
Because they're already entering high school already.
So means that they're allowed to work part-time at 15 years old, and then 18 and above, they do that to the full-time.
Yes.
So,
but rarely we see, Larry, that we hardly see the 15 years old Lao youth are working in the restaurants or in the, the defined or proper sector. Mostly youth will work on the farm, a family farm, and they start working at very young age to help their parents. They work in the farm, they work in the rice field, they work in the, their own home gardens and things like that. So this we call it undefined youth labor. But they are not like calculator, or they do not get paid for what they work for. Yeah. Because there's a family,
I see. Instead, in the Labor Act of the Laos for the 15 years old, they get the paid, right, as long as they work.
Yeah, they get paid. If they go into the official sector, they can get paid according to the minimum labor and minimum wage.
Minimum wages. Oh, see, because in Malaysia, it's compared to Malaysia, our age 18, we're starting to work. So some of them, like you said, Laos and 15, right? Some of them maybe after the school, mostly school holiday, they gain the experience to working, waiting for the result. So they already treasure the world. The youth here, they treasure the world by through gain the experience. So there are so many challenges the youth here need to facing. In terms of get the job, but actually we have some Malaysia organization to find the job, where to apply the job. Is it same thing in the Laos when the youth, a specific like a youth council help the youth to apply the job, helping them?
Like I talked earlier about the job center. You can see. When access to information and networking are not really a cup of tea for the youth, they find it very difficult to find a job or part-time job, freelancer job, or a full-time job. So they really need the society or the organizations who come in and help them. Right now, the government is building the labor market information system, so the youth now can access and have a look at what's available in the market, and also our Facebook page also have many of the job posting page as well. So those pages, they can have a look, and they have access to information, and they can apply.
Yes, we can see the unemployment is very high impact to countries, right?
Yes. For now, yes, because of the external factors like post-COVID recovery and also the economic downturn at the moment. So I think it's a global economic situation that bring everybody down at the moment. I think all the country will experience the same.
Yes, exactly. We in Malaysia, but we have some organizations, maybe some exhibitions to expose the youth to finding the job. Some of the small company, some of the micro business will opening the job for youth, but require working here is 18 years old. Yeah, but like you said, in terms of 15 years old, they're already exposed to get a part-time job.
Yeah,
so
they are able to.
we have a challenge there because they are already exposed to the world. They already know how the environment jobs like. So I think the same thing in Laos, right? When they're in terms and they're in school, then they're doing the job, and then they feel the job is suitable to them, so they're leaving the school. Some of them, correct?
Yeah, I think the dropout rates in Laos are also an issues. But again, the factor are economic factors, right? If your household economic factors like the indicator are not in your favor, that means they have a tendency for youth to leave school and get a job. Yeah.
Okay, so this is from your perspective, Miss Philaiphone. So how do you see ASEAN, and what does it mean to you?
In terms of which area, the unemployment and employment, or in general?
In general, way.
In general, I think ASEAN, because right now the global social and political situations, now we talk about geopolitical
Yes, correct.
developments and growth. So ASEAN is really, portrayed as a neutral and growing emerging market. So we are like a prime region that a lot of other regions would love to work with us. So I see it as an opportunity to grow. But however, in the region, like 10, 11 countries of us need to stick together, need to already free flow of investment, support, working, collaborating with one another, so that we can be stronger together in a more collective way. So that when we have the bargaining power in the collective voices of ASEAN, we in a better position to position ourselves in the global platform.
Thank you for the great answer, because we have a similarity. Feel the ASEAN will build more stronger and stronger.
Yes.
So
Believe in the potential of ASEAN.
So before I'm ending our session, I have one playing game with you.
Yes.
Okay,
Sure.
you need to choose Malaysians famous of variety of food and variety of drink. So you need to choose either one. Kopi O or teh tarik.
Oh, coffee O, because I'm a coffee lover.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Philaiphone, for taking mic and talking about the ASEAN youth. So stay tuned for our next episodes, the podcast by the Malaysian youth for the ASEAN youth. Bye bye, see you next episode.
Thank you.
Sabai di.
Bye.